Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome back to another episode of our SWE Universe Mode. We are back here with our first Adrenaline pay-per-view of the season, known as All or Nothing, here from Fresno, California. Big night tonight, including Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. And here is our opening match of the evening. It is going to be another chance to see Japanese strong style Suzuki, Sekimoto and Shibata. I got confused on what I was saying. And they'll be taking on a pretty interesting formation here themselves. Oney, Lorcan, Drew Gulak and Timothy Thatcher. This is going to be a very brutal strong style match. A lot of stiff strikes expected in this one. So here we go. First out is Japanese strong style. Such a formidable force, these guys. So far, then we've seen... What was it? We saw... Suzuki team with Sekimoto, and they got a victory over London and Kendrick. We saw Suzuki, Sekimoto, and Shibata getting a victory over Worldwide Underground, a 6-man tag match. And we've seen Shibata getting a 1-on-1 victory against Oney, Lorcan. These three guys completely undefeated so far here in SWE Adrenaline Season 4. And, Season 4? Season 3? I can't remember. But they're looking pretty much to continue that reign here this evening. But you never know. This game's thrown a bigger swerve balls at us, doesn't it, really? So, of course, this is a 6-man tornado match, so all 6 men will be legal. First pinfall or submission does get the victory. Here we go, then. I don't fancy facing these three, I tell you. I do not envy the task ahead of Thatcher, Lorcan, and Gulak here this evening. Lorcan tried against Shibata already, and he didn't do too well, did he, really? It was a pretty quickened match. And here is Lorcan once again then. Pretty good call this. I really like this one. And I want to see more from him in NXT as well. He's a little bit of an, I don't want to say forgotten, but doesn't seem to be getting a lot of action, does he, old Lorcan? We'll skip into the next entrance then. Don't want to waste too much time on entrances, do we? We've got a hell of a card ahead of you. 7 matches here this evening, including 5 championship matches. He's got the Bo Leave sign. My God. Oh, really? This stupid bloody glitch with his scans has gone again, hasn't it? All his logos have bloody disappeared again. I don't know what it is. Does anyone else have these issues? I didn't have this many issues early on with the game, but it seems to be more as it gets later and later and later. His face scan's gone. All the logos on his shirt have gone. It's getting frustrating now, isn't it? It really is. Let's get a new Gulak now then as well. The thing is, there's some really good calls on the creations, but because of this glitch, we're having to skip away from them. As we're waiting the third and final member of the team here to take on Japanese strong style, of course, it is going to be Timothy Thatcher. Absolutely brutal, this man. Oh, I like the scarf, sir. A nice little addition. Very nice. Yeah, this is going to be a brutal match, this one. Some very stiff strikes, some good holds. It's one of those sort of matches where the strikes that these guys give out, the match could end at any point in time, couldn't it, really? Because just one of these stiff strikes hits home in the right place at the right time, and the guy's going down. No questions asked. So then, Thatcher, Lorcan, and Gulak versus Japanese strong style. The match that you've been waiting for without even knowing about. That's how good this match is. And here we go. We are underway, and yes, it's working now. Okay. Okay. Right, we're working it out now. Right. So I just, I tried this once already, and the whole thing just glitched out for some reason. Suzuki and Gulak just walked into the middle of the ring and stared into each other's eyes for a good 5 minutes. And I weren't sure whether they were going to kill each other or furiously make out at some point. I've got no idea what was going on. It looked pretty crazy, it did. But there you go. It is what it is. So, Japanese strong style Suzuki, Sekimoto, and Shibata taking on Lorcan, Thatcher and Gulak. What a brutal team they're taking on here. Nice takedown there by Lorcan into a pin. Broke straight away by Sekimoto. As Lorcan, oh, Lorcan sending Sekimoto down there face first, but into the middle rope. Thatcher now, gut wrench, suplex as well on Shibata. And Lorcan and Thatcher in control here in the ring, and basically all the American guys up on their feet, but no, Shibata takes some control back, but Lorcan straight away waiting for the right situation before dropping Shibata into a backbreaker. And the Americans once again in control until Sekimoto comes into the ring. He gets caught by the back elbows by Oney Lorcan, then a massive clothesline to the back of the head as well. And Lorcan doing pretty damn well here actually. Nice neck breaker. And yeah, like I said, I don't quite know what's going on with Lorcan at the moment in NXT. Seems to not be getting a lot of action. I don't know whether they're saving him because I believe the new Dusty Classic has started it's going to start very soon. I think it's some of it's already been taped for the tapings a couple of days ago. So whether they're saving Lorcan and Birch for a strong run in that, I've got no idea, but I hope so. I'll probably see the debut then of War Machine as well. Nice backdrop there by Gulak. As Lorcan now, great half and half suplex on Shibata, launched him across the ring. Now into the pin, and this could be all, you know. Lorcan's got the pin on Shibata's. Thatcher taking up Sekimoto, and Gulak launching Suzuki out the ring, and there we go. The first loss of the season for Japanese Strong Style comes at the hands of this very good American trio, showing they've just got as much talent as this Japanese Strong Style. That half and half suplex there by Lorcan was enough to keep Shibata down, and Lorcan getting himself a little bit of retribution for that loss he suffered last week at the hands of Shibata in a one-on-one match. And there we go then. Victory here for the team of Lorcan, Thatcher and Gulak. This could be a great kickstarter here for them. They've not done too well so far in this universe mode, but you know, that win against a team that's looked incredibly dominant so far could be just what they need to get themselves into maybe even a tag team championship picture. And talking of that tag team championship picture, let's see reDragon defending their tag team championships against the Motor City Machine Guns, and what a great collection of cores this is actually pretty damn cool, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to this match, showcasing some of the best tag team talent that Adrenaline has to offer. Of course, to get here, Motor City Machine Guns had defeated... Who they defeated? They beat Bad Influence on the first episode before then defeating Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on episode 3 as well, so really proved their worth to get here. reDragon, of course. We've seen them wrestle yet? I don't think we have we? No. Not seen reDragon wrestle yet as such, but we have seen them get involved in, of course, some of Adam Cole's matches and so forth, helping them beat down opponents after the match. So it'll be interesting to see just how they get on in the ring against a very established tag team like Motor City Machine Guns, but this is reDragon we're talking about. This literally could be... I don't know. I just don't know a reDragon. They're just so good that I just feel like any team's going to struggle to take the championships off them, to be honest. And here they are then. reDragon, Kyle O'Reilly on the left, Bobby Fish on the right. I've been saying, that's why the videos have been a bit few and far between the last couple of weeks. I've had this old, this cold that's been going around the country, and I've really been struggling with my throat, which is why I do sound a bit funny at the moment still. I do apologise. We'll get there. We'll get through it together, won't we? So this will be pretty good. I'm really looking forward to this one. Normally tag team matches I'm not really that bothered about in this game because they don't work very well, but just seeing these guys together I think is really going to be something special here. I like these championships I've made as well, to be honest. I'm not one to blow my own trumpet. I've tried, my ribs are in the way, but yeah, I like these championships. About the only thing I've made in this universe made myself. So here we go then. The Adrenaline Tag Team Championships on the line. The following match is scheduled for one fall. One fall. Sabre looks a bit funky, doesn't he? Shelley looks fantastic, but Sabre looks a little bit funky. Not bad, just a bit funky. A bit rough around the edges, a bit pointy. You know. And your champions then. I love the way Bobby Fish looks constantly pissed off. It's quite a funny little way they've done that. And Kyle O'Reilly looking very cocky as he does. They've actually got the facial expressions perfect with reDragon. Whoever's created these guys, they are fantastic. And if these two don't win the Dusty Classic, I'll be very... That's if they're in it, because last year the Tag Team Champions weren't in it, were they? Because did the winner of the Dusty Classic get a Tag Team Championship shot? So they're probably not going to be in it themselves. Although you can't keep these guys out, because the thing is, if you can have a final of reDragon versus War Machine at what's probably going to be NXT TakeOver WrestleMania, TakeOver New Orleans, that's going to be pretty awesome. Right, I'll give this one another crack, another dodgy glitch, you know this game by now, don't you? We'll give this another go. So of course, reDragon, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish defending it against the team of Motor City Machine Guns, Shelley and Chris Sabin. Thing is, I can never remember now what I talked about during the entrance and what I talked about during the matches. That's the annoying thing with re-recording these matches, because you've got no idea what you said before and after you've actually cut it. So I might end up duplicating with stuff I'm saying over and over again, you know. Nice suplex there by Bobby Fish. Yeah, so I think well, I don't know actually, they've started to record the Dusty Classic Tag Team Tournament this year. And the matches that I saw, I didn't see Undisputed Era involved. Now, I wonder if that's because they're the champions, because last year the champions weren't involved either. So that might be the case with this one. Either that or they might just put him in, they just haven't recorded that far into the first round yet. It's quite a few good teams now in the tag division, isn't there? With the introduction of teams like Riddick Moss, is it Riddick Moss? Riddick Moss and the other guy, Tino Sabatelli. Looking pretty good heel tag team. Wesley Blake's got himself a tag. Is it Wesley Blake and Stephen Cutler now? Why they split Blake and Murphy, I've got no idea, because them two worked quite well together, to be honest. Splitting them two up was just a disaster of an idea. And Gargano and Ciampa I can understand because they're both pretty strong singles competitors, but they're both going to have pretty strong singles careers, but I just don't see it with Blake and Murphy, unfortunately. So I think they should go back together at some point. Nice jumping DDT there by Kyle O'Reilly, and of course we've got the other tag team's got TM61 down there. War Machine recently signed as well, so it should be a pretty strong Dusty Classic this year. So Sabin in control here, Bobby Fish and Motor City Machine Guns looking pretty good here. They picked up the momentum, 2 wins in the space of 4 episodes. Fish and Sabin over the top and speared him off the apron right into the barricade on the outside. And now Fish is going to join him out there as well. Referee's starting to count. Of course, champion's advantage does mean that if it is a count out, then reDragon will walk away with their champions no matter which way the count out goes. Sabin fighting back though. Sabin knows that he needs to get Fish back in the ring, but at this point in time he's not positioned in the best position. Jawbreaker there by Fish and a running crossbody as well. As referee gets up to a 6 count. And Fish does send Sabin back to the ring and joins him himself. I always get rolling with the old countouts this year. There's a lot more countouts this year than there was last year, wasn't there? Nice Falcon Arrow there then by Bobby Fish. A boot right in the face of Chris Sabin as well. Sabin though, dragon screw on Bobby Fish. Really just tweaking that knee. And that's quite clever because Fish is going to need those legs to really put in as much pressure as he wants with the submissions. Nice backdrop there by Bobby Fish. That's a tongue twister. Backdrop by Bobby Fish. By Bobby. boot in the face by Fish as well. I do apologise, I'm still pretty rough, so you can hear it in my voice, can't you? So, I'm not the best sounding person in the world. Fish with the elbow. A right hand now taking Shelley, Sabre up and drop him in the shin break again. Bobby Fish more goes for the leg submissions, more the knee bar and the ankle lock and so forth, whereas Kyle O'Reilly generally goes more for the arm bar. So weakening that leg is definitely good for Bobby Fish. Sabre now German suplex from the corner. Sabre very happy with himself. And into an ace crusher as well by Sabre. What? What just happened? What happened there? Was that a Botchamania moment there for a second? I'm sure Sabre hit Bobby Fish with an ace crusher, and Sabre got busted open and went down for the pin. There must have been a reversal there. I didn't quite understand, but I don't quite understand now. Bobby Fischer sending Sabre to the outside. Launching through the bottom turnbuckle into the Tornado DDT. Sabre sending Fish back into the ring. Sabre though fighting back now, but Fish with the reverse DDT. Sabre trying to crawl his way over to Shelley, but Fish caught with a boot in the back. Popped onto the shoulders into the Samoan drop. Nice. And a boot right in the spine of Sabre as well. Spinning heel kick by Bobby Fish into the pin. 1, 2, and Shelley was there. Fish gets caught out there by Alex Shelley, who's the fresh man. Really, Sabre's the one who's taken the majority of the damage here today. Sabre though, Saito suplex now, and he is going to finally make the tag. Fresh man now then. Kyle O'Reilly itching side to get in as well. Kyle O'Reilly not yet been in the ring at all as a legal man in this match, has he? Shelley comes across, dropping a knee right in the face of Bobby Fish. Shelley once again taking Fish up, but Fish slides at the back into a neck breaker. Fish there, you see very cleverly just cutting the ring in half, but straight into the standing sliced bread there by Alex Shelley on Bobby Fish, and now just dropping some boots right in the back. It's painful, that does. Shelley taking Fish up into that powerbomb, stacks him up on his shoulders, but only a 1 count. Wow. And look at the blood streaming from the forehead there of Chris Sabin. He's really struggling. That is like liquid energy running from the skull. Shelley, what are you doing, Shelley? What are you doing? Alex Shelley superplexed on the outside. What a freak. Superplex to the blimmin' outside. That is... wow. But Fish straight away just gets back into it, looking for that T-bone, but Shelley caught him out. And then stunning him onto his knee. Before dropping an elbow right to the inside of the thigh of Bobby Fish. And Kyle O'Reilly still yet to be a legal man in this match at all. He's chomping at the bit to get involved, and it's a good thing though, because it means that he's going to be 100% fresh, while Fish has really worn both of Sabre and Shelley down. Fish taking Shelley up on his shoulders. Drops him neck first across that top rope. Does Fish come across now? He does. And makes the tag, and here comes in the completely fresh Kyle O'Reilly. Straight into a jawbreaker. So he might be fresh, but at the same time, it means that Shelley's had a chance to really not build himself up, but he's had a chance to get into the speed of the match. Whereas Kyle O'Reilly is literally coming into this cold. He's been stood the outside now for about 6-7 minutes. It's going to take him about a minute or so to really get into the flow of the match, and he's been caught out by Alex Shelley, who's really in the thick of it at this point in time. Shelley bringing O'Reilly back up to his feet. Hook in the leg. Up into the suplex. Now the reason for hooking the leg is that you pull it around the back and it sort of tenses up the muscles down the side. So when you actually get landed in that suplex, because your muscles are tenser, it doesn't absorb the shock as well, and it can be more painful. So that's the reason for hooking the leg. O'Reilly now, was stalking Shelley, who managed to pop up and get that hot tag into Sabre, but Sabre is struggling himself. Shelley drops to the outside. Ace crusher there by Sabre, this time hits it and not himself somehow. I don't know how that happened still. He literally got busted over himself by doing that. German suplex bridge and the pin, but not quite enough to keep O'Reilly down for the 3. But Motor City Machine Gun is looking very good here. Very, very good. Sabre now taking O'Reilly up onto his shoulders, into the Michinoku driver. There's the pin. Wow, a 1 count. And Fish came in and just kicked Sabre straight across the chest. Forearm there, and a knee in the gut as well. O'Reilly dropping more knees right in the chest of Sabre. Over the top cutter. O'Reilly ducking the clothesline. He gets caught by a clothesline of his own. And Sabre makes the tag back into Alex Shelley. Shelley now catching O'Reilly with a neck breaker. Up looking for the suplex, but O'Reilly fought back with a knee in the head. We go for a brainbuster, short brainbuster as well. And stamping on the arm. Like I said, potentially, we know that O'Reilly does like an armbar. Nice backbreaker as well by O'Reilly. And again, stamping on the arm. Working on the arm. And again, here we go, looking for the arm breaker. Boom, there it is. Snapping that arm back across the knees. Like I said, definitely looking to try and weaken it potentially for his armbar later on in the match. Alright, now dragging Shelley across the ring. There's the snapman, a kick right in the spine. And then O'Reilly brings Bobby Fish back into the mix. Bobby Fish looking to try and work on that knee once again, but Shelley playing possum, caught O'Reilly, or caught Bobby Fish, I say, in the knee himself, before just clotheslines him into the corner. Over the top with a leg drop. Fish with a hot tag back into Kyle O'Reilly. Running Insaguri. Running drop kick. O'Reilly now bringing Shelley back up to his feet. Hoist him up. Into a powerbomb. Stacks him up as well. 1, 2. Oh. Sabre couldn't quite get there. And he rolls it straight through into the Boston Crab. Will Shelley tap out, or can he escape from this Boston Crab? No, he taps out. There we go. Taps out, and reDragon are still your tag team champions. Wow. Sabre just must have assumed that Shelley was going to get out of that one, because he didn't come across. He tried to come across and break the pin. Referee told him to leave the ring, which he did. Threat of disqualification, of course, because you are the illegal man at that point in time. That was the second ace crush. I don't know what happened to the first one, to be honest. But here it is, the powerbomb there, stacked up. Sabre came in the ring. Referee barked at him to leave, just as Kyle O'Reilly rolled it through into the Boston Crab. And there we go. reDragon, still your Adrenaline Tag Team Champions. Good times. So the reign of the Undisputed Era starts off strong here. Remember, by the end of tonight, we could have every member of Undisputed Era holding gold. But of course, we need Taynara Conte to win the Women's Championship and Adam Cole to successfully retain against Austin Aries later on. And here we are then, our next match of the evening. It is a Cruiserweight Championship match as Rey Mysterio Jr. defends the belt against both Rich Swann and Johnny Gargano. And hopefully this time it's going to work. I'm having an issue now with the Universe mode. I don't know if anyone else ever had this issue before. Essentially, I keep making Rey the Cruiserweight Champion. However, the game keeps taking the belt away from him and making it vacant championship over and over again. It confuses me. It really does, and I don't know why it's doing it. It's like every time I leave the Universe mode and go out to do something else and come back, it's vacated the championship again. That's the problem we had recently, where the Cruiserweight Champion didn't show up on Rey's entrance for the match he had against Chavo Guerrero. Chavo Guerrero. Yeah, so it's a bit of a disappointing one, really, but hopefully this time it's going to work. Only time will tell. The match is actually for the Cruiserweight Championship, which is a good start. And he was the champion when I created the match, so hopefully it's not going to glitch out on us. That's my hope, anyway. So Rich Swann in the ring. As in comes Johnny Gargano. Of course, didn't get the championship in the match, of course, at TakeOver, but still looking like he's going to get something in NXT pretty soon. Or elsewhere, shall we say. You never know. He could end up on... well, we're 205 Live starting this whole tournament for the Cruiserweight Championship. Wouldn't surprise me if Gargano turns up with that, to be honest. But surely the match between... of course, what's his name? Ciampa and Gargano has to happen at some point, surely. It has to. So, Rich Swann and Gargano, great history between those two as well. Both parts, of course, of the Ronin stable. Back in Dragon Gate USA. Yes, he's got the championship. He's got the championship. He's got the championship. That's the one. It's not the best house. Not the best belt ever made, is it really? But does the trick. Does the trick. At least he's actually holding it. Brand new Rey Mysterio as well, because of course the last one wasn't working. So at least we've got this one now. And I think there is another one on the community creations recently as well, I think. That's just been put on, so be cool to see that. See if we can get a better one. It's an okay championship. You probably noticed that a lot of my championships always seem to end up the same. I don't mean to, it's just that I like a very specific type of championship by the looks of it. And here we go then. Gargano versus Swann versus Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight Championship. Rey, nice, dropping Gargano face first. Of course, Rey making that sensational return at the Rumble. However, it wasn't necessarily a full-on return by all accounts. It was just a one-off for now, but the door is very much open on both sides for that return to happen permanently. And it wouldn't surprise me. Maybe after WrestleMania, maybe Rey finishes off a lot of these commitments and has one last run in the WWE. Of course, if he does, it'll probably be as the face of the Cruiserweight division, just building that division up a bit more. Because it needs a bit, doesn't it? It needs... I think it's got a lot of very good wrestlers. It's got... If it's just me and you watching, right? People that are genuine wrestling fans. We love 205 Live because we know the wrestling talent that's available. But the one thing it's lacking is real star power. And the likes of Rey Mysterio will give it star power. It will give it a big name to draw people in. It's a bit like what they do at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the big show of the year. And they try and get more people in. But they know more people are not going to come in. You're not going to get a neutral watching WrestleMania for AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Because that's a purist wrestling match. That's one that we want to see. But that's why they start sticking people like The Undertaker. Or Ronda Rousey. Or bringing back The Rock. Because they know that using that big name will draw in some of the more casual fans. And then from those casual fans, they come for the big names, they come for the surprises, and they stay for stuff like, obviously, Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Because who wouldn't? I really hope that they don't screw that up. I really, really hope they don't. If they put AJ versus Nakamura on like first, or something stupid like that, then put Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar on last, then it will be an absolute insult to wrestling, to be honest. Nice running tornado DDT there by Rich Swann. Swann now bringing Gargano back up to his feet. Looking for a sidewinder suplex on Gargano. Mysterio back in the ring now as well. Ooh. Clever maneuver there by Swann. You see what he did there? He went for a back senton on Gargano and managed to drop kick the legs of Mysterio out at the same time. That was pretty cool. So Rey dropping Mysterio neck first across that top rope. Now into... Oh, DDT. I thought looked like Rich Swann was going to catch him with the Northern Lights then. Gargano sending Rey face first into the turnbuckle. Rey catching Gargano with a boot. Or the elbow, should I say now. Flipping over the top. Looking for the sunset flip bomb. Swann now sending Mysterio into the corner. Up on the top now. Jumping heads as a takedown there. Rey Mysterio from behind. And now Swann goes for the pin on Gargano. Do we have a brand new Cruiserweight champion here? An SWE Adrenaline? No, we don't. As a kick out there by Gargano. We don't yet, shall I say. Nice there by Gargano. Straight into the pin. This could be, 1, 2. Oh, and Swann kicked out as well. This is so bloody close. Mysterio, ooh. Like I was going to go for a head scissors there, but very, very clever work there to drop him face first. Swann, great head scissors takedown there on Gargano. This is the chance now for Swann while Mysterio's down, spinning heel kick to the face, and Gargano just draped neck first across that bottom rope, but Mysterio's there all ready to break it up. Swann now they're taking Mysterio up to his butterfly powerbomb. There's the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Needs to go for Gargano. I feel like Gargano might be in a worse situation right now. Oh, Phoenix Splash. Oh, Gargano just got there in time for the 3. Gargano went for the Ace Crusher on Swann, but Swann avoids it. Now hooking him in for the head scissors, spinning him round and taking him down. There's the pin by Swann. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Rey with a big right hand in the gut of Swann. Now into the wheelbarrow bulldog. Mysterio down into the pin. Gargano's down the outside. This could be the chance. 1, 2. And 3's done it. Mysterio keeps holding the belt. Wow. That came out of nowhere, that did. That really came out of nowhere. Rey Mysterio Jr. successfully retains the Cruiserweight Championship. And I feel like a lot of the damage was done by both Gargano and Swann to each other. And then Rey Mysterio just managed to jump in and take full attention, really. Dodgy camera angle. We get a nice view here of the referee. But there we go. Rey Mysterio Jr. keeps a hold of the championship. Wow, that was a hell of a run there for both those guys this tournament, of course, to get all the way here, winning 2 singles matches and a triple threat. But Rey Mysterio Jr., your Cruiserweight champion, is just one step ahead of them. Can he continue on, though? And here is our next match of the evening, another championship match, as Taynara Conte tries to get her first piece of gold here in SWE, as she takes on Paige for the Women's Championship. This is going to be good. Wow, it is warm in here. I'm not very good with heat, I don't think. I keep putting the oven on, I keep putting the heater on because I'm cold, then I sit there and forget it's on, then I get too hot, and then I turn it off and I open a window and I get too cold. It's just a waste, isn't it? It's crazy. Right then, here comes Taynara Conte, accompanied by, of course, reDragon, your tag team champion still. And this could be Taynara Conte's night. She did have an opportunity towards the end of the last season where she had an opportunity against Paige and was unsuccessful, but obviously earning this championship match again, earning this championship match once again after destroying Candice LeRae to get this shot. And she looks like she's in much better form this time. I think maybe she's had a bit of coaching from the reDragon guys, of course, champions themselves. They know exactly what to expect. And here we go. The entrance of your women's champion. The Scream Queen herself. Paige. Unfortunately, now classed as a legend, I suppose, or... I suppose she is classed as a legend, I suppose, if you look at it that way. She sort of was one of the 4th leading people in the whole women's revolution, really. The whole thing. I remember her debut, actually, when she debuted the night after Mania. Walked straight out. I think AJ Lee had been the women's champion for like near on a year. That one of the longest reigning women's champions in history. And did this whole promo about how she was great and there was nobody anywhere near as good as she is. And Paige walked straight out, challenged her for women's championship and won the belt on her debut night, didn't she? That was an insane debut. It really was. And here we go then. That's an horrible belt as well, isn't it? Who's making this crap? The Women's Championship here at Adrenaline then up for grabs as Paige defends against Taynara Conte. Your champion then, Paige, won the belt back in the previous season of SWE. And she's looking to retain the championship here once again. First time holding gold in SWE. It's not an easy thing to do with the amount of people we have in our universe and potential rosters as well. So many different people. Referee showing Taynara Conte exactly what this is all about. Referee living his dreams there, pretending he is the women's champion. And here we go. Taynara Conte versus Paige for the Women's Championship. We are underway, and it's Conte getting the first kick here. Oh, Conte flattening Paige. Taynara Conte is hammering the champion here. Paige is what's hit here at the moment. Conte is just... Wow, I'm stunned by what I'm watching here, I must admit. Paige back up to her feet and avoids the drop kick. Into the pin, one. Only a 1 count. Paige sending Conte across. Nice scoop slam there. Scoop slam? What? Scoop slam was a hip toss. Paige bringing Conte back up to a sitting base and a kneeling base. Overhand punch, but Conte getting one in the gut, and Kyle O'Reilly very happy with that, as you can see on the outside. Taynara Conte now with the Northern Light suplex as well. He's starting to fail the crowd now, building up behind her. Fisherman suplex. Conte now with the arm once again. Russian leg sweep. Paige's back of her neck hitting that bottom rope. Conte slamming Paige face first into the mat. The pin's only enough for a 2 count, but Paige is in trouble here. We've not seen anyone dominate Paige like this in quite some time, especially since she became the champion. And now the fight dropping to the outside. I wish you could put your own comment. Wouldn't it be good if you could have your own commentators there? Like you could pick 3 cores to put in that place. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? I suppose it wouldn't make sense with the sound of it, but just for aesthetics, like we turn it off anyway, don't we? Conte now sending Paige into the ring. Oh, once again, just dragging her away. Oh, another spinning neckbreaker. Remember, champion's advantage is in place here this evening, so a count-out victory would mean Paige walks away the champion still. What is Taynara Conte up to here? Just Conte destroying Paige, spinning neckbreaker once again. Paige with the jawbreaker just about, because a bit worried there this was going to keep happening over and over again there. She hit 3 of those in a row. I mean, the issues Paige has had in the past of her neck. That's why she's retired. Paige sending Conte right into the announce table. Referee's up to a 6 count now. As Paige sends Conte back in the ring, gets back in the ring herself, knowing that, like I said, she does have the champion's advantage. She could have quite easily stayed outside. Conte now stalking Paige, then spins around into the armbar now. Is Paige going to tap out? We're gonna have yes, she does. Wow, brand new women's champion here. Paige taps out and Taynara Conte is the brand new women's champion. And Undisputed Era at this point in time holds a significant amount of gold now in SWE Adrenaline. But of course, Adam Cole still has to defend the Intercontinental Championship later on this evening against Austin Aries. I almost said Adam Cole. Austin Aries. Wow. Pretty insane. Pretty damn insane. Brand new champion. So, was that first new champion of the evening? Of course, with both reDragon and Rey Mysterio defending their championship successfully. And there it was, the armbar on Paige. You can see her with her left leg trying to hook that bottom rope, just couldn't quite get there. And eventually she had to tap out. The damage she'd taken was just a bit too much. And there you go then, Taynara Conte, your brand new Adrenaline Women's Champion. And here is our next match of the evening. It will be Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Kevin Owens. And of course his little friend Sami Zayn. His little friend is a bit harsh, I don't know. And here he is then. Zack Sabre Jr., former Throwdown champion. Real top quality wrestler. And it's a shame we've not seen him in WWE, but I think we're not going to, because he's just got... What's the best way of saying it? He's just too good as such. It's not so much being good, it's a worry, I think, isn't it? And I think there's this worry with all these people this size, and that's why I was a little bit surprised when Ricochet went for it, because for me, I don't want to see Ricochet getting stuck in the cruiserweights, because he's better than that, if that makes sense. And that's not a dig at the cruiserweights, that's just a dig at the way that WWE are portraying the cruiserweights and where they have them placed in the card. And I feel like Ricochet could potentially go on and be at the top of the card, like AJ Styles being that sort of style. But yeah, I think it'd be the same as Zack. If Zack came along, he probably would have been put into 205 Live because he was part of the Cruiserweight Classic, and I don't think he wants that. He wants to be showcasing how good he is. And you look where New Japan have got him, they've got him wrestling some of the top guys on the main card. So definitely New Japan at this point in time is a better suit for Zack Sabre Jr. than WWE. But it's okay for some. I think you've just got to sort of build yourself up a little bit, haven't you? And with the whole thing of Hideo Itami up on 205 Live, and Roderick Strong looks like he's going to be in there now as well. Whether that's just a one-off, I've got no idea. I would imagine maybe Johnny Gargano will probably debut in 205 Live at some point soon as well. And maybe even Tommaso Ciampa, just because he was part of the Cruiserweight Classic as well, just to try and build that roster back up again, with, of course, the loss of Neville and Enzo Amore. So it's an interesting one. I just feel like with Zack, that's probably not what he wanted. I think if Zack came in, it'd want to be like AJ Styles. He'd want to come in and be at the top of his game and be at the top of the card, and I just don't think WWE would give him that opportunity. I like the way they keep their entrance attire on, the guys at a ringside. I know there's no reason why they shouldn't do that, but it just looks pretty good, doesn't it? With Sami Zayn down there with his jacket on and his little flat cap still. I quite like that. So this match, quite an interesting one, quite important as well. There's nothing really up for grabs in this one, apart from just sheer momentum and just pride, really. But PJ Toby will be watching, and he will know exactly who wins this one. And whoever does win this one might get themselves a better opportunity moving in to next month. Of course, Owens and Zayn had an opportunity against the Motor City Machine Guns to get into that Tag Team Championship match earlier on this evening. Of course, Machine Guns won that one. But then obviously went on to lose against reDragon. But I'm sure, again, I'm sure they'd like to continue on with the tag team aspect of these two. But at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if they want to go a bit more singles action as well. Owens slamming the face of Zack Sabre Jr. into the turnbuckle. But Zack's back up into Guri. Right to the side of the face of Owens, who drops the outside, trying to just get away from Zack. Now catches him. Draped over that top rope and sprung back into the middle of the ring. Of course, remember, we still have two big matches left for you here this evening. Two championship matches. Adam Cole defends his Intercontinental Championship against Austin Aries, while Samoa Joe defends his Adrenaline Championship against AJ Styles. Zack slides out the back. Big chop and big overhand, and a lot of strikes there by Owens before sending Zack right into the turnbuckle. What has Owens got planned here? Does Owens do the brainbuster on the... No, he didn't. He's going to go super something here. Oh, nice. Super roll through. Quite a risky move, that one, as well, actually. Because if you do that slightly wrong, you can land your weight and your opponent's body weight completely on the top of your head, which would be potentially lethal, to be honest. But it's a risky maneuver, but it's definitely worth it, I suppose, with the damage being caused. Zack now in with a headlock. Trying to slow the pace of the match down, trying to keep Owens grounded, but it hasn't really worked as Owens manages to roll his way back up to his feet and catching Zack right hand before springing him into the turnbuckle. Owens trying to take Zack up once again, but Zack fighting back with a boot in the face and into a crossbody. Zack now heading up to the middle rope. Stalking Owens once again. Went for that jumping European uppercut, but Owens managed to avoid it. Oh, Zack with a payday kick out of nowhere. There's the pin one. Only a one count, wow. Owens showing really good resilience there, just showing that Zack has got a lot of work to do if he wants to defeat him here. Owens now, oh, big knee in the face of Zack before now. Owens just backing away to a corner. Just taking a second to relax. Owens now into the turnbuckle. A boot right in the gut there by Owens. And there's the cannonball in the corner. Oh, but Zack no-sells it straight back up. Owens catches a no. Zack set up the fire ropes. We've seen this before. Pop up. Powerbomb. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Wow, Kevin Owens. What a victory that is for him. Big, big win that is for him. And he is going to pick up that momentum and move forward into the next month of TV with potentially some good stuff. Dodgy mix up here with the old cutscenes. Sami Zayn playing the role of the opponent for some reason. This cutscene, no idea why. But there we go. Great win here for Kevin Owens. And here is our next match then. It will be Austin Aries challenging Adam Cole for the Intercontinental Championship. This is going to be pretty interesting as well, isn't it? Austin Aries, top class talent. Of course, got this match. Did he get this match? Yeah, he beat Eddie Edwards to get this match. Good old JoJo. Mojo Jojo. Yeah, he got this match by defeating Eddie Edwards a couple of weeks back. And since then, he was actually attacked straight after that match, wasn't he, by Adam Cole. Managed to get a little bit of retribution on the last episode, though. As Martin Kirby was about to be attacked by Adam Cole in a steel chair while Austin Aries made the save. And that just shows that Austin Aries... Again, Austin Aries, this goes back to what I was talking about in the last match, wasn't it, really, with the old Zack Sabre Jr. situation. Austin Aries was one that actually went for it. Ended up being stuck in a situation that he wasn't happy in. Being not even the face of 405 Live, was he really? He was 405 Live? That's a completely different show, isn't it? 205 Live. He wasn't even the face, was he? He was the one who's going under to Neville most of the time, which is one thing. Going under to Neville is not the worst thing in the world, but going under to Enzo Amore was just despicable, wasn't it? And you think all that time, you think if Enzo had announced the court proceedings he was going through last October, which was when it was first, when he was first informed that he was under investigation, but he didn't tell WWE. So if it was actually, if he'd actually admitted that there and then maybe Neville wouldn't have left, because Neville would have been going under to Enzo every week. I don't know. It's easy to say that now, though, isn't it? And here he is then. Adam Cole, baby. Your Intercontinental Champion. Won the belt, of course, in the previous season of SWE. Won it away from Hideo Itami. And now this is his first championship defense. It looks like he's coming out to the ring alone. No reDragon in tow, which is interesting. But this should be a very interesting match too. Top class talents. For the Intercontinental Championship. And remember, if Adam Cole can keep a hold of this belt, it will be a fantastic night for the Undisputed Era. They would all have gold. Taynara Conte is the women's champion, reDragon as the tag team champions, and Adam Cole as the Intercontinental Champion. And there's your challenger then, Austin Aries. Really good call for Austin Aries. I'm really happy with this one. It is really good. And Adam Cole's pretty good as well. And the, yeah, I'd say the interest in not having reDragon at ringside is, of course they've had a match themselves here this evening. They're probably a little bit knackered out, to be honest with you, but There you go, Adam Cole hands over the championship, ready to go. Referee lives his dream. Look at Aries. Look at Aries. And the bell goes, we are underway. Adam Cole straight away taking down Austin Aries. Elbow to right to the back of their head, but Aries fighting back. Aries now front chancery on Adam Cole. Elbow in the back of the head, and Aries needs to get this one sorted out pretty early, I suppose, if you look at it that way. He'll want to try and push Cole as soon as he can, because he knows that the luxury of not having reDragon at ringside could potentially not be great, I suppose, for not long term. If things start to go too much south, then I dare say reDragon might pop up at some point. Cole sending Aries into the ropes. Both guys run into each other, both trying to shoulder block each other. That's really cold, it's killing me, I tell you. I'll fight through though. I don't want to. I know I've not uploaded anywhere near as many episodes as I should have done over the last few weeks, but yeah, this cold is just holding me back a little bit. Nice running, spinning neckbreaker there by Adam Cole on Austin Aries. And now just raking his fist straight across the face of Aries, and a boot in the back as well. Cole heading up to the middle rope. Oh, elbow drop, nice. There's the pin by Cole, one. Only a 1 count. Knee right in the spine of Aries as well, and a boot in the face. Adam Cole, nice step up into Guri on Austin Aries. Cole bringing Aries back up to his feet now, looking for a scoop slam, but Aries sliding out the back into a reverse DDT. Aries dropping a boot in the back of the arm. Aries a spinning neckbreaker. Aries, nice splash to the back as well. Only a 1 count. Wow, Cole showing incredible resilience to kick out that at a 1. Aries now taking Cole up onto his shoulders. And dropped him neck first across that top rope. As I've said before, those ropes are quite a lot of people think they're soft and springy, but they're not really. They are woven steel. It takes wrestlers a very long time to really learn how to spring off them correctly without hurting themselves. So being dropped neck first across the top of it is actually a lot more painful than you would expect. Shin breaker now. Into a backdrop as well by Aries, who's taken full control of this match now. The shin breaker, maybe potentially looking to weaken parts of the body for potential submissions. Of course, he normally goes for the last chancery, which is more a neck and back based submission, but Aries, oh, look at that. I didn't quite see that very well. Did he drop kick the rope and spring that back, or did he actually drop kick the back of Adam Cole? Or both, maybe. And Cole is really struggling here. His championship reign, it hangs in the balance. Aries, jumping Hurricanrana. And Aries up in the corner, taunting while Adam Cole crawls into the corner himself just to try and get a bit of energy back. A boot in the gut there by Aries, who now springs over the top into the leg drop. Across that bottom rope again, and Adam Cole has just taken so much damage from the ropes in this match, but Cole does manage to slide out the back of that scoop slam into a reverse DDT, and Aries slides to the outside. Adam Cole, baby! Cole needs to continue the assault. He spears Austin Aries off the apron, of course. Remember, Championship's advantage is in play here this evening, so countouts or disqualifications will keep Adam Cole the championship. Nice running clothesline off the apron. For a boot in the gut as well. Cole now just wrenching the neck of Austin Aries. Slamming him back of the head first into the mat as well. Aries, though, out of nowhere, just sends Adam Cole back in the ring. And Cole's now back up on his feet, though. Can he regain some advantage? No. Aries catching him once again with that elbow in the top of the head. And again, Adam Cole just launching Aries, dropping him to the outside. As the referee starts the count once again. But Cole, knowing that he's got Aries in a good position here now. He's hit the ground twice now from quite a height. Cole now bringing Aries back up to his feet. Oh, the suplex, brainbuster onto the knee. Adam Cole drops straight into the pin. 1, 2. He's done it, wow. So I might have to check Austin Aries then, because that brainbuster onto the knee finished Aries off. And what a win there for Adam Cole. It looked a bit ropey at the beginning for Adam Cole. It looked like Aries was gonna pip him to it, but Adam Cole just had enough in the locker to survive here. And that, like I said, the brainbuster onto the knee was what really won the match. But then again, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, of course. There was a lot of damage done beforehand. Aries being launched to the outside twice. But here it is. You see, once again. Oh. And Aries didn't even move a muscle after that. We'll have to get him checked out after that. He just flopped like a dead weight, didn't he? And Cole just dropped into the pin. And it was enough for the free count. So there you go then. Adam Cole is still your Intercontinental Champion here. And I don't know who's going to be able to take this belt off of him at this point in time, because he's looking so dominant. So dominant. Austin Aries is an incredible talent to fight against. Somebody who could potentially go for the Adrenaline Championship, not just the Intercontinental Championship. So, yeah, great win there for Adam Cole. Who's going to step up to the plate to face off against him at the next pay-per-view? Who can face up against him? And our next match of the evening, AJ Styles challenges Samoa Joe for the Adrenaline Championship. So, of course, we had AJ Styles versus Zack Sabre Jr. on week 1 for the #1 contendership. And after that match, AJ Styles was attacked by Samoa Joe with the kendo stick. However, Styles did repay that favour a couple of weeks after by getting his own back on Joe after he defeated Low Ki in the main event. And this, of course, very classical TNA match. Very classical Ring of Honor match as well. That's very much the sort of line we've gone down here, isn't it, with PJ Turvey. He really enjoys... He was a big fan of the early days of TNA. Maybe not so much now. Well, not at all now. So, yeah, see some really cool stuff from him at the moment. Utilises some of the classical Ring of Honor and TNA names alongside some of the more up-to-date indie names as well. And this is going to be a cracking match, isn't it? Let's face it. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. I'm surprised it's not going to happen at this point in time, is it? Because they're both on different brands. But it wouldn't surprise me when Joe comes back whether there might be a trade, maybe not after Mania, if they're doing another draft. My favourite night is the draft night. It really is. He did sort of like a shake-up sort of thing again. Get a few people moved around, then maybe Joe to SmackDown would be a good shout, you know. I do see Styles moving to Raw at some point, though. I hope not, though, because Styles' SmackDown is the house that he built, isn't it? The house that AJ Styles built. I do think the SmackDown could do with maybe one more main event name, I think. Obviously, Nakamura now has officially become main event by winning the Rumble, of course. But you've got Nakamura, AJ. Well, I suppose they've pushed Owens and Zayn up into the main event now as well. I still would, personally myself, I will push Rusev into the main event. Baron Corbin's mega push has dropped down a bit, hasn't it? I don't know, I feel like SmackDown could do a one more main event name. I think that Raw's a bit... got too many people in there, Raw, I think. And it just... they're not being utilised the best they possibly could be. So maybe drop in someone... not someone major. Well... Finn Balor would be a good shout, wouldn't it, really? But I think Finn Balor should stay on Raw because the red and black paint of his demon character suits the red and black of Raw quite nicely, but... who would I think? Who would be the best then? I think some of the Cruiserweight should drop onto SmackDown as well, you know. I think that would be good. I can't think of anyone that's good. I had it all planned out in my head how great it would have been, but now I can't even think now. I think tag team wise, there should be at least one tag team from Raw dropping over to SmackDown, just because there's just more tag teams on Raw, and stronger tag teams on Raw as well. There it is in the Adrenaline Championship. That's what it's all been for between these two guys. Your challenger from Greensville, Georgia. Is that right? I made that up? I might have made that up, you know. AJ Styles. I like his tattoo, but at the same time, it was really weird the first time I saw his tattoo on his side. From the Isle of Samoa, the Samoan submission machine. They say Samoa quite a lot in that little line, don't they? I reckon you see the rumours recently that WWE have signed Jeremy Borash. I reckon they've signed Jeremy Borash just so he can announce Bobby Roode again. Bobby Roode. Should never ever finish the word, did he? Not once. So we go then, Adrenaline Championship time. That's very blurry, isn't it? Bad light, that's what it is. AJ Styles, your challenger, versus Samoa Joe, the champion. And like we said, two guys have been at each other's throats for quite some time this month. Joe assaulting AJ Styles with a kendo stick after he defeated Zack Sabre Jr. to become the #1 contender. Then Styles returned the favour a few weeks later. And Joe is in seriously strong form to start this match off. Hang on a minute. Are we going to see a squash match here? Are we going to see a squash match? Well, Joe is dominating AJ. Absolutely destroying AJ here. AJ managed to roll out the way and catching Joe with a clothesline. And AJ does start to get a little bit of offense, but can he get a prolonged amount of offense? Nice drop kick. AJ bringing Joe back up to his feet now. Knee in the face. AJ taking Joe up into a brainbuster. AJ now dropping Joe with a reverse DDT, and both these guys showing great ability to start this match. Very back and forth. Joe back in control. Bringing AJ back up to his feet into a Saito suplex, folds him in half. Joe now dropping AJ face first. Joe sending AJ straight into the corner. So let's say one thing I don't think I've seen is that the Muscle Buster's banned probably now, isn't it, I suppose? Great super butterfly suplex there by Joe on AJ Styles. Nice right hand by Joe. Trying to catch Styles from behind, gets caught. Styles now catching Joe from behind. Drops him face first. Joe once again with a suplex. Styles now heading up top. Nice spiral tap there by AJ Styles. Styles now bringing Joe up to his feet. But Joe fighting back. Has Styles. Styles very wisely rolling out of the ring. Knows that he can't be pinned out there. Styles re-enters the ring. Referee blocking Joe off for a little bit there. Styles though. Oh, nice. Suplex neck breaker. It's interesting. The armbar as well, but looks like Joe, yeah, managed to strengthen his way out. And a big kick right across the chest of AJ Styles. Taking AJ up on his shoulder, but AJ slides free into the scoop slam. Joe once again fighting free from the submission. Into the turnbuckle. Yeah, I wonder if he must have the muscle buster taken off him. I don't know. Oh, Styles looking for the Uruguaroshi, but Joe manages to fight free. On Joe. The Coquina clutch locked in. Grapevines the legs around the body of Styles, who can't quite reach the ropes, and Styles taps out, and Samoa Joe retains the Adrenaline Championship. Wow. It's a good match that was. Very back and forth. Very back and forth. And of course the Coquina clutch was enough to finally pull off the win. There it is, but you see the cleverness, the grapevine of the legs, and dragging AJ down. AJ just can't quite reach the ropes and just has to tap out. For the good of his own health, really. And there we go. Samoa Joe, still your Adrenaline Champion. So only one belt to change hands this evening, which brings, of course, the domination of the Undisputed Era. Taynara Conte, your new Women's Champion. Apart from that, Undisputed Era defending both the Intercontinental and the Tag Team Championships. And of course, Rey Mysterio Jr. defended his Cruiserweight Championship as well. Right, so guys, that's the end of our first pay-per-view in this SWE Adrenaline Universe Mode series. Of course, we've got 2 more pay-per-views for you. Of course, ending up at that big Shabby Mania 10-match show, which will be the culmination of all the great work that PJ Tovey's put together for this Universe Mode. Of course, if you have enjoyed this one, then please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. The 1, 2, 3.